Hey YouTube, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a flashlight video. This is the Olight S2 baton. I don't do a lot of flashlight videos, but this one I've really liked and been enjoying, so I thought I'd go ahead and share it with you. I wanted to look for something that was bigger, more substantial, just overall, bigger, brighter, more versatile than my TI3. The TI3, by the way, I think is still a great EDC light. I don't think anything this big is good for a keychain, but maybe you are different. I kind of keep my keychain fairly minimalist, but it does fit nicely in a pocket or EDC pouch or whatever. Anyway, I wanted something bigger. I wanted something more substantial that I could be a little more flexible with. You know, if I'm going camping, if I'm going hiking, if I'm, you know, out driving around at night, I know I've got a pretty decent light on me, and so the Olight was a better option. And it is bigger, obviously, by quite a bit, okay, but this is a full 1,000 lumens, and compared to a fairly standard size 1,000 lumen light, it's actually really small. This is the PD35 from Phoenix. So this right, you know, after very little research, this went to the top of the list, and so when I was able to pick one up, I did so. Now, I did get mine from an Amazon seller who included some other stuff that was pretty cool, an extra battery, a sheath, and stuff like that. I don't use any of that stuff; it's all just packed in the box. But I was like, hey, if you're going to offer it, I'll take it. Right? It's the same price. So I did go that route. I'm not going to put a link below because I can't remember for sure what the seller was called. Now, quickly, the specs on this: 4 inches long, a little less than an inch in diameter, so like 7/8 of an inch or so. 950 lumens is the max brightness on this, so that's really good. It does have other settings, and I'll describe that as we kind of go through, but the weight on this is 3.4 ounces. So now that we've got those specs out of the way, I think you can appreciate why I was drawn to this over a bunch of other options. Okay, I just like the size and weight per brightness. So what are the brightness settings on this? Well, I just said 950 is the sort of turbo mode. Okay, it also has a 480 and a 10 lumen setting that comes on. If you turn the light on, I'm going to do this and kind of shine it to the side. You can see that it's on. I'm just not going to shine it right at the camera. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it getting brighter. Probably not. Oh, maybe you can. There you go. There's turbo mode. You can see, I guess you can kind of see. And if I hit it one more time, whoops. There we go. If I hold it down one more time, it goes back down to the 10 lumen mode. By the way, if you shut it off and turn it right back on, it'll stay in whatever mode you had it on. It does have a memory function. Now, there's one other function that is like Firefly Mode, and that comes not through, you can't turn the light on first. You have to, when the light is off, you hold down the button, and it comes on in a 0.5 lumen mode, which is great. One of the things I use this for, I keep it with me at my bedside, and when I get up in the morning, I'm usually up earlier than everybody else, and I have a light that I can find my clothes with, okay? So that's really handy. Now the other, by the way, just so you know, I do have clothes set outside in the hall that I use if there's a fire call in the night. But I don't use the light for that. That's a separate deal altogether. They're already set there. I don't need to look for them or anything. I just grab them, throw them on, and run out the door. So back to our main discussion. We've got all the modes, all the brightness settings, and the 0.5 lumen mode. The other thing you can do is, if I turn this on regularly, let's cycle it to a brighter mode. It does have, no, there we go. 3 clicks gives you the strobe. Okay, now, so those are all the features. That's the battery that it takes. Oh, I should say that if you have this in turbo mode, it only lasts for 2 minutes. Then it's going to step down by 50%, okay? So overall, I find this just to be a really cool light. If you are, you know, looking for one, and maybe you've been looking at a lot in this size category, you know, this is giving you just as much brightness, only it's much smaller. Now, there is one sort of thing to consider. There's not a lot of spot. This light is a very floody light, so it's a big area of light. It is a lot of light, it's very bright, but something like this has more of a small, bright hot spot, where this, the hot spot, is quite large, okay? And it's great for any kind of utility task because it just floods the whole area in a whole lot of light, where this might be more for, I'm searching for something, I'm out in the woods and I'm looking around and I need that extra reach, okay, to try and get out and see something off in the distance. Now, that is literally the only, it's not even a complaint, it's just a feature that you may or may not like. If you want a light that has a super intense spot, this light is not going to provide that for you, okay? This light has more of a flood, so it's like a large area lit up. All right, so overall, for the price of this, which is about 50 bucks US, the brightness of it, the size of it, the ease of carry, and the features, I think, you know, if you're like me, okay, I'm not going to go out, I'm not going to be collecting flashlights. I have no interest in doing that. I have enough fun collecting knives. But if you're looking for something that's fairly compact, easy to carry, but has all the brightness for any utility feature you could need, then this is all you need. That's my son Joel. He was kind of creeping around here and I thought he was going to stay out. Anyway, there you go, guys. That's my take on the Olight S2 baton. Really cool light, and I've been really enjoying just using it and playing around with it. Talk to you later.